welcome and welcome back. If you're new, my name is Jazzy and I am a self-published author. I am writing my second book, or I just finished it. It's a historical romance novella entitled Forever in Granada between Cross and Menorah. And I sent it off last week to a developmental and line editor, and I plan to get that back by August 25th. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to plan out my book launch. Now this is my second book that I have self-published, so I have a bit of experience on what to expect in a book launch. So I'm going to prepare a book launch to-do list and share my screen with you to see what my plans are for this novella. I did want this book to be published by September 5th in honor of my grandmother Luce, who passed away. That was her birthday, September 5th. But I don't think I'm going to have it ready in time, so I decided I'm going to do the cover reveal on September 5th, and then September 25th, which 25 is my angel number, I'm thinking of doing the book launch on that date. So, but again, that's gonna entail a few things, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so I got this to-do list for my book launch on Canva, and we're halfway through the year, so you'll see I'm gonna be working on August, September, October, November, and possibly December. I'm not sure. I know December I do plan on doing Vlogmas, so as far as marketing goes, it'll probably be very slim for December. But we're actually in August, so today's date is August 8th on Saturday, and we're gonna start with scheduling the book tour. So I'm going to add a text here. Probably need a little one. Okay. So now, like I said, I do want my cover reveal to be September 5th, and then my book launch date September 25th. So we're going to schedule, we're gonna schedule cover reveal and our book launch. Okay. And the next, I want to contact Story Origin for my book tour, and they also have ARCs, or advanced reader copy, people that do book reviews, they're called ARCs. They get an advanced copy of the book on launch day, or a few weeks before launch day, and then on launch day they'll give you a book review. So I am thinking of not only using Fiverr but also Story Origin. So at this time I'm going to hire ARCs. As I grow and I have more followers, I think more and more of my audience and readers will volunteer on their own. That's my hope. Okay, so we've got that one. Our next to-do list, let's kind of cut off here. That says book launch. Our next thing that we've got to work on would be book reviews for the first month. Well, yeah, for the first month. That's going to definitely help readers that don't know me, trust in buying the book. If there's not many book reviewers, not many people are going to want to buy it, but they'll trust it if there's more, at least 50 book reviews. So I got to find book reviewers at least for the first month. Okay, I just remembered. I had to look at my notes, but I also am thinking of doing giveaways. That would be good to help with more reviews. In my experience, I think from a giveaway I would probably get 5 reviews. And I use platforms like Story Origin and Goodreads and Library Thing. So I think between all of them I got 15 reviews. So I'm gonna say plan giveaway with, we're gonna say Goodreads and Story Origin. I'm gonna put down Library Thing, but I didn't have the best experience. I'm gonna put Library Thing ? With the book reviewers. I did a giveaway for like 10, and it didn't really work out. I think I only got like 5 out of that, and they were kind of harsh as well with their reviews. It was a paranormal fantasy superhero thriller, which I made sure to say that, but people signed up not really reading the description. They loved the cover, and it wasn't what they were expecting, and they don't like superhero thrillers, and I'm like, why did you sign up for it if you didn't like it? So they're tough critics with Library Thing, but they do provide ARC's advanced reader copy book reviewers. So I'm gonna put a question mark, because the genre is also based on 2 different religions, an interfaith relationship, and that could be sensitive to some readers as well. So I want to keep that in mind. Again, I didn't have a good experience with Library Thing, so I might skip that. I did not find it very beneficial, and my lowest stars were from reviewers of Library Thing, so probably not gonna go with them for now. Okay, another thing that I need to do this month would be the pre-sale orders, making sure that my global distributor has my book. I uploaded it, and then I set the pre-order forms into my website so that you guys can pre-order the book. So I'm going to put set up pre-order link. So again, when I launched my first book, I handled pre-orders with Barnes & Noble Press and Amazon, but this time I'm going to just do Lulu Publishing. They also have a global distributor, and they will put it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble automatically, so I don't have to worry about it. And the reason why I do that is because dealing with having to figure out their cover dimensions and the pages, it kept constantly getting rejected. There's a whole procedure of uploading your file, so I'm just going to do it with one distributor and let it be that. It'll be a little bit more pricey because Lulu does price their books higher, so I can't do like a $19.99 book. It is not going to be as many pages as The Legend of Rosa, but you'll notice that it is pricier. The only cost I can really control is the ebook, and I can make it as low as $2.99. That's the only downside of Lulu, but their pages are great. The covers are great. I'm going to be honest, I use a glossy matte for my cover of The Legend of Rosa, and Amazon's book cover was not really good. It would peel off. Barnes & Noble's was okay, but I like the way that Lulu prints their books. So definitely I'm going to be using Lulu for that. Now, the next thing I need to do is set a date for proofreading. I'm going to be the one proofreading my own book, and that is going to happen as soon as I get my line edits back from my editor. and I want to do it as quickly as possible. So set date for proofreading. And in this scenario, it's best to get an actual physical copy. I can proofread it all day long on my computer, but for some reason I'm gonna miss something because it's happened, and you really don't want your readers to catch any mistakes on your writing. You want to make sure that your manuscript is clean. So it's very important that I have it to the best of the way that it can be. And I'm gonna do that in 2 days. So if I get my manuscript back on the 25th, I want to use that week. Most likely it'll be Saturday and Sunday, the 29th and the 30th, where I'm just highlighting and reading through the book, because I can get through a book in a day. But I'm going to give myself 16 hours to proofread my book, and then I'm going to upload it to my global distributor. So we're going to tentatively schedule this for the 29th and 30th. It's the only tricky thing about Canva is goes over the margins. Okay. Wow. So I'm already feeling the pressure for August. And not to mention, I'm also going to go back to school. I'm working on my PhD. I take one class a semester, and classes begin August 17th. I know, why do I do this to myself? So there's going to be a little bit of that in the mix. But let's move on to September. Okay, so for September, let's add a text box here. We're going to do our cover reveal, and again, it's going to be through Story Origin on September 5th. And I do need to get that scheduled, so again, that's if they're available to do it, but I'm going to hope for the best. So cover reveal for September 5th, and it'll be on Instagram and TikTok. I don't have a TikTok, but Story Origins does handle it on their end, which is great. So some followers can find me there. And then, so cover reveal, we're gonna definitely have the links for the pre-orders done. I'll probably make an announcement on that same day. So we can say pre-order announcement, and that can be just something that I put on my Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts, Morpho Butterfly Publishing and Jazzy Write Stories. But within that, I will make the announcement to pre-order the book. That'll be on September 5th. Definitely gotta buy lots of copies, because on October 2nd is the book festival where I'm going to be selling not only Forever in Granada, my first book. I'm sorry, the book I'm working on now, but my first book, The Legend of Rosa. So I gotta order, probably gonna order 50 copies of my novella and 50 copies of The Legend of Rosa. So we're gonna say place order of 100 books. Okay. And in that book festival, they say it's kind of hard to determine how many you're gonna sell, because it's in the evening. It's like from 6 to 9. Mostly you only sell 25 books. But I want to get, so why I'm doing 100 is I also have an Etsy shop where right now I only sell my blind date with the book of The Legend of Rosa. I do the Christmas version, or just because kind of gift. I put it in nice pretty wrapping paper, and then I sell it that way. I want to have at least 25 each of the romance and 25 each of the superhero thriller. And then, yeah, so probably gonna also want to get wrapping paper for my blind date with a book. So I'll just say prepare the blind date with a book. Okay. Make sure that that's all squared away. We can set that for, yeah, probably, we'll place that order like probably in the same time, September 5th. It's gonna be a big busy day, but it's good that it's on the weekend. There's a lot for me to do with that. Let's see, what else can we do? Before, so probably the 15th, it's kind of like my last week, or it starts the 14th week of the 14th. It's like my last week before launch day, so definitely I'm going to be promoting it. Probably post more reels with the anticipation, post reels for a new book. Let my family and friends know on social media as well that I'm coming out with a new book. I don't think they're that aware of it. And then launch day would be September 25th. September 25th is our launch day. This is the day, it's gonna be a Friday. I do want to just take that day to just enjoy the release. Hopefully all of the Instagram posts will be blowing up and likes and orders coming in. So I'm gonna just take that day to celebrate. It is gonna be Friday night, so I'm gonna be in my dance class as well. But I'll probably take myself out to dinner or something to celebrate. Yeah, and then we get to October. Getting to October, and we have our Saratoga Book Festival. Okay. That's going to be Friday, October 2nd, so everything should be done and prepared and ordered, and blind dates with the book completed. So we're going to just put the shift button is not working on my keypad, so it keeps giving me a lowercase. It's getting annoying. Okay, so we have the Saratoga Book Festival on October 2nd. Okay, up. What else? We've got so now it's just gonna be a month of marketing, right? So we can start saying the marketing begins. And I don't want to spend too much on marketing. Like, I don't even think I'm going to do ads on Amazon because that was not very effective on my first book. So more marketing would be Reels, Instagram, maybe starting my own TikTok. But that would be on October, probably the week after the festival. So we can start October 6th, planning out marketing and ads I'll probably run ads on Instagram and Facebook, definitely. And I'll do like a little clip or a reel to get people interested in the story. I have seen some self-published authors actually hire video editors, which was kind of cool, but I'm really on a budget with this novella. I don't want to go too crazy. I want to really build an audience for historical romance fans first, and then if I ever do like another book on it or anything like that, I might splurge a little bit, or probably do that with my superhero thriller, little movie ads. That would be kind of cool and fun. Okay, and then if you don't know, again, book reviews are very, very important. That's a big part of marketing. So I also use what's called Book Blaze, and there you can find people. You pay $25 a month and you find people that give you honest reviews. You have to earn coins, so there's a certain amount of number of coins that you earn by reviewing someone else's self-published book. You get these coins and then you put your book out to earn reviews. It's usually just one review per 2 or 3 days. When you have a deadline, you get like 3 days to finish reading the book, 3 or 4 days. Then you have to give a review on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. Again, it's about coins, so if you want to do Amazon, it's like 1,800 coins, and then if you want to add Barnes and Nobles, it's like another 300 coins. So you just got to do more and more reviews so you have enough. So we'll probably post that. We'll say I'll do Book Blaze October 25th. So that would be a whole month out, and just be mindful with Book Blaze. Some of the readers don't make the effort and read your book, so they'll just copy and paste someone else's book review. They've used AI and said the same thing in a different way. I can definitely tell, so I'm not too crazy about it. But at this time, I do need book reviews. I am getting a lot of 5 stars, so I do like it when someone actually does sit down and take the time to read the book. But that's kind of the chance that you take when you use a service like this. There's other platforms out there, but I just normally do Book Blaze. I really didn't have any problem with them to set. So I'm going to set that for October 25th. And they'll probably, those that do those phony reviews would probably look at the ARC reviews that I have and probably re-say the same thing. But if you get more reviews, your book eventually gets pushed by Amazon and Goodreads, and that's kind of the goal. I did Goodreads right over here. Post reels for launch day. Yeah, the Goodreads. Yeah, so yeah, October will be just focusing on marketing, focusing on getting more book reviews. And then November, it would be my first time, I would love to do an author event or a book signing at Barnes and Noble. The first author event unfortunately got canceled. I was gonna have it at a local library, but it got canceled because I didn't have enough people signed up to attend, and just be mindful that that can happen. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna make sure that I have a good number, good audience that would love to see my book signing and learn a little bit more about my book and why I wrote it and that sort of thing. Hi, so that's all I have for today for my book launch to-do list. I hope you enjoyed. If you're new and haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It definitely will help grow my channel. Like this video as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.